Okay guys, I'm here today with Chris Paynes, huge honor for me. Guys, Chris is the founder of In Theory Jiu-Jitsu, In Theory BJJ, and he's also one of the instructors at BJJ Globetrotters, which is one of the biggest camp organizations for Jiu-Jitsu. And today he's gonna teach us here how to be more effective when you are on the mount. And Chris is also, Chris this week also showing an entire structure all about strategically guard passing. And you guys will see in this video how great of an instructor he is and how much he focuses on concepts versus just learning the move, you know, like. So,
thank you, sir. Thank you. This part of the instructional was talking about how we've been learning mount wrong for so long, especially in no-gi. If we do a mount drill, it'd be a case of someone is sitting already on my stomach and I've got the frames here. And all those kind of classes involve, right, I need to open up the arms because I want to get my arm bars, my S mounts, my arm triangles or triangles, etc. We can do it in drilling. We say like, okay, now you're putting pressure on the elbows, the arms come up, and now we do our techniques. But then in sparring, it never happens. Like, you know, you try and get to someone's mount, their arms are already here, and they just go frame out and get their legs free. And for the longest time, I want to learn good no-gi mount, but I remember even booking black belts and them saying it doesn't exist. And so I was like, that bugs me because it should exist. It should have a level of dominance to it. And the way I started to see it was treating mount as, we treat mount normally as an acquisition position, as in I get to mount and then I acquire the elbows. But instead I now started to see it as a consolidation position, as in before I get to mount, I open up your elbows and then I consolidate by going into mount once I already have the elbows because I'm more likely to then have underneath. And if I treat it that way and I get like a high temple mount, my success rate goes a lot higher than just try and get into mount and then trying to open up the arms anyway. So if I take mount on you, please. Yep. If I just start a mount drill here, I'm never going to win this because his arms are down here. I'm never going to break this out. Like in drilling, sure, I'll be able to say, look, okay, I'm underneath his arm and drag his arm up into his ears. I can do all those, but we get into sparring, he's literally just going to frame and bridge and shrimp, and I'm going to barely keep this for any sort of decent period of time. But if I go from element 6 in the instructional, and I'm sitting more in like a 3/4 mount here, is that now I have all this space for opening up his elbows. Like he's going to be trying to frame on me, he's going to be trying to escape, he's more likely to have his arms open because he feels that there's less offense happening. Like he's still in a pretty bad situation, but there's more of a gap here. But now I've got space. I can start working this up. I just want to make sure your shoulders okay. I can then start opening this up. By the time I get back into mount, it's already over. And this isn't an arm triangle. Like if I'm here, he's definitely going to overpower me. He's going to be able to brag it, bring his arms back down and escape, etc. If I can get his elbows to his temples, here, I barely have to hold on. So my chest is above his eyes. And now if he wants to try and bring his arm back down again,
no way.
There's no strength there. So it's not an arm triangle. Like he's going to be able to escape that. But here, this high temple mount, there's no strength. But I'm never going to find that from mount. Like I have to get it during this passing part of the instructional. So I'm sitting down, I'll be hand fighting him, and like he opens up his elbow in some way. I can then come up, and I take my high mount, and my success rate for submissions is going to be a lot higher. So it's changing how we learn mount from, I say, an acquisition situation. Like we try and make this position that never works work and turn it into consolidation.
No, that makes total sense. And I think especially in no-gi, sometimes it feels much harder to open up the opponent than if the gi. If the gi had to handle the collar and then the guy goes to defend and that. And I agree with you that it's much better in no-gi to try to arrive in the mount with all the grips you need,
yes,
than to get the mounts and try to figure out the grips. So that's kind of what I felt you were doing here. So you're almost going to step backwards to open it up.
Yes.
And then when you get in the mount, is the mount that I don't want to have, right? It's like
it's all broken. And,
yeah. No, I love it.
Which you see a lot like in the highest levels of no-gi right now. Like no-gi mount is definitely making a resurgence. Like a lot of people are getting that high kind of temple mount.
Yeah.
But I think it's because they're not getting it from the traditional kind of way of learning mount.
Yeah.
So it's like restarting how we do this instruction, like how we learn this as a community. Like let's break, like let's not polish this broken position. Let's start again on what makes the most sense.
No, man, that makes total sense. And this is part of your instructional, right? Because
yes,
you were talking about passing the guard, but also passing the guard to the mount, right?
Yes.
Yeah, no, that's incredible. Yeah, so guys, Chris just shot an entire instructional this week all about strategically guard passing for no gi, which also involves like passing the guard, getting the mount, and things like that. And he's an amazing instructor, as you guys just had the opportunity to see. And he travels the world teaching seminars and teaching at BJJ Globetrotters. And make sure to check it out at bjjfanatics.com. Maybe right now, by the time you're watching, the instruction is already there. And thank you for being here.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you. Please help me out to grow my YouTube channel. Just click subscribe. And to watch more videos, just click under see more videos. I hope you enjoyed.
BJJfanatics.com. Use the promo code YouTube Faria to get 10% off any instructional video. Improve your jiu-jitsu faster.